Veterans are such an important part of our community here on the Suncoast, and there are a lot of veterans here. We're talking about tens of thousands. We thank them each and every day for their service. Joining us now is Rob Keys. He is Executive Director of SRQ Vets. And Rob, thanks so much for joining us here tonight.
You're welcome, and really appreciate you having us out today.
Well, we are appreciative of everything the vets have done, and let's get right to SRQ Vets. What is SRQ Vets?
So SRQ Vets is a local organization. We use the airport code of SRQ. If you could imagine what the airport encompasses, that's what we take care of. Basically Sarasota, Manatee, and DeSoto counties. And what we do is we kind of fill in the cracks. There's large organizations everywhere that that do big things, but there's a lot of times there's red tape around those items. So what we do is we try to fill in those cracks and take care of the smaller items. Currently, we've been focusing on helping veterans with transportation, and that would be we have people donate vehicles to us. We get those vehicles fixed up, and then we get those vehicles back out into the community to veterans. We also, if you saw a minute earlier, we actually last year built 6 handicap ramps for veterans. We've already got 1 in the books for this year. We have 2 more that should be coming up here shortly. And then we take care of lots of utility bills. Just today, we were able to get a battery to help a veteran out with his truck so he can get back and forth to work. So those are some of the things that we do.
Yeah, so just doing anything and everything to help out veterans and making their lives easier. And are you building homes too for veterans? I know you're building the ramps. Did I hear somewhere you're building homes for veterans?
No, we're not quite there. I mean, we would love to be to that point, but we're still a small organization. We just did finish up our 10th year. So we're actually seeing some traction, but mainly it's minor modifications. We did have somebody reach out to us to talk to about widening their doorways so they can be able to use wheelchairs to get in and out of their bathrooms. But again, you know, we've kind of coined the name Ramp Champs, where we actually go out there and build those ramps. We're getting pretty good at it, but no homes yet.
Yeah, that is just wonderful work you're doing. And there we were seeing some of the pictures of those ramps being built. Let's talk about veterans in general here on the Suncoast or anywhere. What would you say are the key problems facing veterans nowadays?
Well, just like, you know, kind of like any population, there are veterans out there that do really well for themselves, but then there's some that, you know, that they had a situation that mentally they maybe are not able to deal with, or maybe they had an injury and they were over-medicated, and then they had to reach out to illegal means to maybe get those the medications to help them deal with, so then they get into the criminal justice system. So and again, with PTSD, it affects everybody different. Our veterans have seen lots of stuff that the average person would never see, and they've done lots of stuff that the average person wouldn't do, and it has a long-term effect. And again, some bounce back better than others. But another thing is veterans finding resources that are out there. There's tons of resources here in the Suncoast area to help out veterans, and they can always hit our website. We do have a list of some of the resources, but they're out there for the veterans that really, truly want it.
And what is the website?
Our website is srqvets.org, and if you go back into the contact page, you should find a list of that. But yes, it's srqvets.org.
Okay, and really quickly, we are running out of time, but you did want to mention you do have an event coming up, I guess, in the coming weeks that people should be aware of. Just briefly talk about that.
Right, so every year on Memorial Day weekend, it's usually the Saturday before Memorial Day, we do a memorial hike. And again, the purpose of that is to kind of allow family members and friends that have lost a loved one to come, you know, sit around the table, talk about their loved one, keep their memory alive. And again, that's the 24th of May. We meet at J.D. Hamill War Memorial Park, and again, you can see that on our website at srqvets.org/hike. You can find out the information about that. But again, it's our 10th annual, and we get to walk across the Ringling Bridge, which is always a pleasure to do.
Yeah, I've covered that in the past. It is an extraordinary event with lots of people that do participate and join in. And Rob Keys, Executive Director of SRQ, keep up the great work there at SRQ Vets. Just such an important organization here on the Suncoast. And thank you for your time. Do appreciate it.
And thank you, Rick, for having me out.